nothing more like the back of my hand. But when it comes to car repair, I wouldn't know what to do. And I know there are a lot of women and men just like me.
So I think it's a smart idea to leave that to the experts. Of course, we don't want to mess with safety, especially when it comes to something important like our transmission.
Yes, and so today we're getting some advice from the guys at Kaz Transmissions. The Memorial Day weekend is ahead and lots of summer travel after that, so we want to make sure our vehicles are running as smooth as possible and are safe. So we're here with Mike Kasnowitz of Kaz Transmissions, and let's talk about transmissions because that's a really important part of the vehicle.
It is a very important part of your vehicle. When you put it in drive, if you didn't have a transmission, the car wouldn't go down the road. So it's basically the legs of your car. And keeping that running properly and like new is the best way to go. And it gives you that assurance that when you're going down the road that nothing will happen as long as you maintain that vehicle.
Yeah, and that's the important part. We're looking at a transmission right here, of course, in lots of pieces.
Yes.
Can you just explain what we're seeing?
Well, this is a GM transmission. As you can see, it's a lot of parts that go into this little casing right here, and they all work together to give you first, second, third, and fourth gear. And without that, something goes wrong, you skip a gear, and you feel a bump in the road almost, but you know it's not a bump in the road. It's usually a transmission problem.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. How do we know that we might be having some problems with our transmissions? You said you can sometimes feel that?
Yep, you can feel a weird downshift or a weird upshift. A lot of times you don't feel too much of a change from one gear to the other, but then all of a sudden it'll just slam into gear and, oh, what was that? Did I run something over?
Yeah.
But most of the time it's just a rough shift in your transmission.
Well, the great part is that we can maintain our transmission, and that's a good thing to know because it can get really expensive if we have to replace it altogether. What do we need to do? Just start with getting it checked out if we think there's something wrong?
Yep.
Or?
Every year you should change your fluid on your transmission. A lot of places tell you 60, 70,000 miles. I tell people 25,000 or once a year you should change your fluid. It is your lifeblood of your transmission. So if you keep that fresh, it helps your transmission work a lot longer.
So people can actually come in here and have their transmission looked at, and you don't charge?
We do not charge to check them out.
Okay. I know a lot of other places actually do, and to run a road test?
Yes. A lot of places will charge $75 or hours labor to check your car out. We do it absolutely free.
That's good to know. We're here now with Josh at the front of the shop, and okay, let's say it's the worst case scenario and we need to have our transmission rebuilt. You can help with that too.
Exactly, yeah. We have an expert crew that has had 30 years experience or more working on transmissions, and it's not so much repairing them. You rebuild them with the sense that there's weak points that need to be addressed, and when we build them we use higher quality parts, and we have the knowledge to correct those weak spots.
Yeah, you can also save money by having you rebuild it.
Yeah,
here.
exactly. It doesn't have to be as much as perceived. You know, there are ways that it can get expensive, but you know, we save people money. I mean, if you look at the big picture.
That's what we like to hear. Outside of transmissions, what other kinds of works and projects do you do here at Kaz Transmissions?
Yeah, we have a lot of projects that we work on for people with big trucks. We build high-performance transmissions and axles and transfer cases for, you know, the monster truck and racing crowd. But along with that, it's the same science that an all-wheel drive Mercedes can come in, and it's the exact same idea, that it's a transfer case going to an axle, going to all the wheels, and all those things have the same science. So when you study it, you can work on everything, and that's what we do here.
And what I appreciate is that when you walk into Kaz Transmissions, you really enter a friendly, clean, not even smelly environment.
Doesn't smell.
There's a lot to be said for that.
Exactly, super friendly.
Yeah, you're often working the front desk.
Exactly, that's me. I'll be the one that everyone talks to. The guys out back know way more than most people in town, but they talk to me. I try to educate them with everything that I've learned from the guys out back. I try to translate to the customer so that you know exactly what you're getting. You're not just putting your credit card down and getting your keys back. You're actually getting the knowledge to know what failed, what we did to correct it, and why you're not going to have this problem again.
Good.
That's our goal, that you need to be an educated consumer. And I think most people don't get that, and that's what we set out to correct. So.
Well, we appreciate that. To have a safe vehicle and happy holiday traveling and beyond into the summer months, we are here at Kaz Transmissions. Yes, because you don't want to start your road trip wherever you're going, relatively far or kind of close, and then discover that you have a problem like this, because it can really put a damper on things.
Right, absolutely. Okay, I do have to ask, it looked like they had just waxed the floor in there in the garage stalls, but you said it's like that all the time?
Yeah, I did ask about that, and they said, no, we didn't do extra cleaning for you. Our garage is this clean, our lobby is this clean all the time.
Yeah, okay, that to me,
really nice to know.
Attention to detail. You know that they're going to take great care of your car, because if they paid that close of attention to detail, keeping things clean and precise, you know they're committed to excellence.
Yeah, and Mike and Josh obviously are father and son, so it is a family-owned and operated business, and they've been in business for 30 years.
Wow, you don't stay in business for 3 decades unless you are doing something right. The mechanics are certified. Kaz Transmissions is registered with the state of Michigan as a licensed and insured repair facility. Very important.
And they're located at 4015 Plainfield in Grand Rapids. And so definitely this is something safety you don't want to mess around with.
And
so
the free inspections.
Get it done.
I love that. It's free to get it inspected, to find out if everything is in working order, if maybe you have a problem.
Yeah, no nonsense place.